I laid them Broadway girls alone. How's everybody doing, man? I've been getting into Morgan lately. Morgan's making me feel some special shit in my body. He's making me tingle. And I'm not even meaning in a homosexual way. He's just doing it in a spiritual, creative, artistic way. He has just given me, he's just given me this, just his creative, just juices, man. He's just giving me his juice. He's given me his juice, man. His juice has entered me, and his energetic juice, right? And I don't know, I just love it. I just love when you hear somebody that just loves what they do. You know, if that's an artist and they make a song and they just are so good. And they're not even good, but they just love it, right? You eat a meal from somebody that just loves to cook. You know, I don't know, man, just when somebody loves something and they show it to you, it's like an honor. And that's how I feel with Morgan Wallen. It's just that you can tell he loves music, man. And it just makes me feel it. I just get goosebumps every time I hear him. And every time I look at him, too. I mean, he's sexy, let's be honest. I can be a straight male and say that he's still sexy. He is. He is. But anyway, y'all, I hope everybody's doing good on this Tuesday, man. I'm trying to think what's been going on with me, man. I honestly, dude, been stressing. We've been stressing. I'm gonna be real. I'm just gonna be honest. I hate kids. I hate kids. I'm gonna be real with that. I'm gonna say that right quick. That's the first thing. I hate kids. My sister's here right now, and she brought the demons, and it's. Yeah, man. I mean, it's like, I've never seen Children of the Corn, but I feel like it probably, people say it's a horror movie. It's probably just a movie of a mother that just had two kids and she's got to raise them. I feel like that's what it is. I feel like, people are like, that's the scariest movie ever. I feel like it's just a mother, a daughter, a son, and she's just got to live the rest of her life with kids. And they pick corn together. I feel like that's all it is. And that's what makes it scary. That's one of the worst horror movies of all time right there. Is just being trapped, you and two kids. Right? And so that's what I've been thinking, man. I just like that, I always be going back and forth. Do I ever want kids? Do I want kids? And like there's days where I'm like, yeah, I love kids. But then I see kids, and after I see the kids, I say I don't want kids. Once I see them, I'm like, no, right? And I might change my mind, and I'm probably going to keep changing my mind until it's too late, right? And then once the kids are there, it's like, all right, I mean, yeah, I don't really want you, but, like, you're already here. It's already been, like, a year or two. It's like I can't get rid of you now, man, I can't just go, you know what I mean? And then, there's a part of you that's like, okay, I could just take him. I could take him hunting or something. Bring him up to Nova Scotia. And, and then just be like, oh, he, that's a lot of woods up there. I don't know where he went. Sorry, honey. But I ain't going to do that, though. Come on. I'd love my son. I'd love my daughter, right? I'd love them. Unless they didn't like Morgan Wallen, then I'd have to do something about that. If they didn't like country music, that might be a reason. But yeah, man, I don't know. But just like my sister's been here with the kids, and it's just like, everything just like, I just want to, yeah. It's like, shut up, man. And I don't do that, but, like, that's how I'm feeling on the inside, though. I'm just like, come on, you fell off your bike. You cut your knee up. Whoop-de-doo, you can see your bone sticking out. Everyone's gone through that at one point, right? Just shut your mouth and let's go to the doctor that can stitch it up. And push the bone back in. You ever see that basketball player, his bone sticking out? You think he was crying? That was traumatizing, man. Anyone who's seen that picture, dude. Oof. But yeah, it's just like, man, come on. Why you gotta cry? He started crying today because he didn't want to get his hair cut. You can keep looking like a damn poodle if you want. You can keep on looking nasty. That's on you. That is on you. Homie got the deal of a lifetime too, man. He would have gotten a whole set of a 5-pack of Hot Wheels just to go get his hair cut. And he didn't even have to pay for the haircut, man. Somebody would have told me that. Oh, man. I tried to get the deal myself. I tried to get it from my sister. I was like, hey, I tried to jump in there. Once he declined the deal, I tried to jump in there and try to negotiate myself. I tried to do a little bit of that, but she wasn't budging for me. I was like, I'll go get my hair cut for some Hot Wheels. But, yeah, I don't know, man. There's just something with him. I don't know. He's just crazy. He's just a crazy child. And, she's only here for a little while, but it just gets me thinking, like, man, like, how am I going to handle children? I don't know how I'm going to handle kids, man. I just don't, because, I want to be there. I want to be their friend, but I want to be their dad. But I also don't want to be that dad that's like, oh, no. Right? I want to be that dad that's like, hey, stop being a baby. Stop being a baby. I don't care if that truck hits you. I don't care if you can't move any limbs. Do it anyway. Stop being a baby. Right? And to me, it's like, I understand there's some things that you're like, okay, that probably hurt, or not even hurt, but like, I can see you getting upset by that. But then there's some stuff where you're like, all right, bruh. Okay. Ooh, no. And that's why I want to be like that dad that, like, when you see a certain object, you just know it's go time. Right? When you see a certain object, you're like, okay. I just want to be that dad that, like, when kids be acting bad, and then when I walk in the room, they're like, they straighten up. Right? You know what I mean? It's like how school probably was back in the day, right? Just like, it's just like, okay. Right? Like when the principal walks in, right? When the pastor walks in at church, everyone's just on best behavior. That's how I want to be. When dad walks in, right? Hey, y'all. I got a ping pong paddle. And when you see the ping pong paddle, it's go time. And I don't mean playing a game of ping pong. I mean, it's time to go. You know what I mean? The only thing that we're serving some discipline. We're serving some discipline. If you're going to act that way, But then I'm a softie at the same time. So it's like, I just don't know if I can do both. Right? So, so that's the thing with me with kids, man. It's just, I don't know how I'm going to be with them. I just don't know how I'm going to be with them. I want to be there. I want to be a good dad. At the same time, I want to discipline you. And I also want you to be scared shitless when you see me. I want you to want to hang out with me, but I also want you to be scared shitless of me, man. It's a hard mix. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off. But I'm going to try to. I just want my kids to just know that they can't I just don't want my kids to be little baby backs. I'm going to be real. I just don't want baby backs. I just don't want you to, I don't want you to, like, cry because the TV shut off or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want you to, I don't know, because the window slams really fast because of the wind, and, you start crying because of it. Because if that's the case, then I might have to book that one-way trip for him to Nova Scotia. That might have to be what it is. You know what I mean? Or see if somebody's willing to take him off my hands. But I just don't know. And that's what's crazy, is you just don't know. There's no build a son, there's no build a daughter. It's straight chance. It's the lottery, man. It is the lottery. And it's scary because it's like you could end up with a kid that loves to sit and read and is so respectful, man. He's got his shirt tucked in. Or you get some nasty, dirty, doesn't like to wear clothes, hits you all the time type. And I'm just not playing with that. There is no guaranteeing what you're going to get, man. And I think for me, that's what I got to ask my wife. We got to really sit down and we got to be like, hey, we could be stepping into some dangerous territory here, man. We could be entering something that we can't get out of. Because by the time you know what their personality is, it's too late to give them up. I'm not going to give them up for adoption when they're 4 years old, because when we know who they're going to be, I can't do them like that. Right? And I feel like God made it that way on purpose, man, because it's like, because by the time you know who they are and if you're going to like them or not, it's too late to give them up. You can do it, but you're going to really feel like shit if you give them up then. But that's what I'm going to talk to my girl about. I was like, are we willing to do this? And before we try to have a child, before we conceive, it's just this thing of just a cross, baby, and just go in and make it. Hope we end up with something good. Hope we end up with something respectful and something that we can tolerate. Because if we can't, that's going to be a rough 20 years. Sometimes maybe 30 years, maybe 40 years, man. Who knows how long he's going to live at home for? But who knows, man? You just don't know what's coming for you when you have children. So if there's anybody out there that's thinking about having kids, I'm just saying, think twice. I'm not telling you not to do it, but I'm just saying, but think about it. Because it's wild out there nowadays, man. Kids be crazy. Kids nowadays are animals, man. They're animals. They're wild animals. It's a zoo. Have you ever gone into a nursery before, man? It's a zoo. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm walking into a zoo when I go into the nursery. I'm like, the lady's taking me around, okay, and then and over here in this area we have the toddlers, right? And it's just, you're just like, oh my gosh, and you walk out of there just like, what? And the smell too, man, you're not getting away from that either. Some people like that, though. I think some people would get a toddler Yankee Candle if they made it, but I just am not like that. I'm not trying to smell piss and shit and just straight up just kid. I just hate the smell of it. I hate the smell of kid. It makes me mad. I'll just get a whiff and I just get mad. I just get furious, man. So maybe I wouldn't be the best as a father. I don't know. I might not. I always have a feeling that everybody says this stuff, and then by the time that you have the kid, you're totally different, right? But that's how I feel with it, man. And that's how I've been feeling this whole time, because the last couple weeks, I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to have some children. Then I see children, and I'm like, what type of crack cocaine was I smoking? That's some crazy shit. Because this sucks. Kids suck. And that just is what it is. But yes, I'm just saying, so if you're going to have kids, man, just think about it before you do it. Really think about it. All the pros and the few pros and all of the cons. The cons list is like that damn Harry Potter series. It's just long as shit. It's just, there's a lot of cons. But there's some very good pros, though. That's what's really funny about it, is at the end of the day, no matter how many cons there are, the few pros that you have are so powerful that it just makes you do it. So that's it. That's the reason why. But still think about it anyway, y'all. But that's how I've been feeling this week, dude. I'm just like going back and forth. I'm like, what do I want these things or not? But after seeing these things, I'm just like, man, I don't know. Man, maybe these are a special case type. Maybe this is Maybe they kind of just got broken. I don't know. But, you know, if they're going to be anything like these things, then I just don't think I can do it. I just don't think. I love them to death, man. I love both of them, but I just don't like to see them. I'm going to love you from a distance. I'm going to love you from 1,000-mile distance. I'll send you presents, man. I'll send you presents. I'll talk to you for 5 minutes on the phone, but that's it. I'm going to love you from the other side of the world, man. And don't try to come see me. It's okay. We're okay. But yeah, so anyway, y'all, I think I'm going to end it there, man. That's just how I've been feeling, man. I had to get that out. I've been feeling that with these damn kids. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to end that there. They're the reason I didn't even make a damn video on Saturday, so that's another reason. That's another con right there. They stop you from living. But yeah, so that's why I didn't make it. It was because of them. I love them though. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it right there, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I'll see you guys on Saturday. And as always, God bless you, and I love you. Bye-bye.